What an incredible season by the Hamilton, Ontario native. You know what I love about every post-game interview he does, Jevohn? He mentions his teammates first and foremost every time.
He's just so selfless, right? And I think that's the impressive thing about him is he can do whatever he wants. He can take every shot, but he picks up his entire team, right, and keeps them involved and keeps them engaged. And what's also impressive about that is, the first time you pick up a basketball for any of these players, you have to believe in something that you can't see. You got to believe in so much that you can't see and you can't feel. And for Shai, he's doing it all right now. You talk about scoring title, the MVP, the West Finals MVP. And it's mind-boggling to me because he's a lot of players will go their entire career and not accomplish half of what he's accomplished just in this year alone. But he shares that with his teammates as well. And he invigorates his teammates. He gives them the confidence. And he has all the reason to be a selfish player and be, just self-absorbed. But everything he does, he gives credit to his teammates and involves them in everything. I think that's what makes this team so good is because they do everything as a unit, right? They move as an army. And it's not just, SGA. Yes, he's getting all these accolades. He's accomplishing so much. But it's no longer just SGA and his supporting cast. It's SGA and the big three, right? You look at Chet, J. Will, SGA, right? It's everybody.
And we're seeing the makings here. I mean, this team, this Oklahoma City team, they joined the 90s Bulls and 2016 Warriors. Is the only teams to win 80 games before the finals.
Yeah.
Are we seeing the potential of an all-time great team here?
The NBA should be worried. The NBA should be scared because, you mentioned some of those great teams and, the Chicago Bulls and when they had their when they had their run, average age was about 30, 33 years old. You talk about the Golden State Warriors, they're about 27 years old. This team, their average age is 24.
That's
right?
Crazy.
And SGA is 26. And then you start to think about the endowment of, lottery picks, first round picks that they have. They can be building this thing forever. We're talking about year after year after year because these guys are still just getting better. They haven't even scratched the surface of what they can potentially be when you think about Chet, when you think about J. Will, when you think about some of the guys that are coming off the bench. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens over the next couple of years because one thing winning does, and, we've seen it with a number of teams, even with the 2019 Raptors, after you win, everybody wants a little bit more, right? So are these guys going to remain selfless? Are they going to remain humble? Yes, they still have to finish a job, but once they do, what happens to the group? Are they still this hungry group that moves as a unit?
Let's talk a little bit about the Minnesota Timberwolves. They are dispatched in the West Finals in 5 for a second straight year. Anthony Edwards is a star. There's no doubt about it. He's 23 years old. But this is a weird situation to be in, making it to the conference finals 2 years in a row. So it makes you think there's something missing. What's missing?
Yeah, there's something missing. I think we have to look at the entire picture, right? Ant has been to 2 conference finals, one with Cat and now with Julius Randle. And those are 2 different types of players, big important players. I think for Ant, he's got to become more of a student of the game because when he's playing at his best, the fire is there. When you're thinking about him knocking off the Lakers with Luka, with LeBron, you think about even last season in the playoffs when they knocked out Phoenix and Kevin Durant, he plays up to his idols. When his idols become his rivals, he plays to that. But when we've seen him in this series here playing against his peers, when we talk about J. Will and SGA, he didn't seem to have that same force and the same fire that those guys had. And I know he's drawn the comparisons to Baby Jordan, right? They've crowned him Baby Jordan, but he's got to be able to do it under the bright lights, under the biggest lights. And I think for him, it's really starting to understand how much gravity and impact you have when you're on the floor. He's very linear in the sense when he has the ball in his hands, puts it on the floor a lot. If he's scoring, he's great. But when he's not scoring, he's not as impactful. He doesn't influence the game as much. I think there's a shift there, but it has nothing to do with skill. It has nothing to do with his athletic ability. It's shoulder up in between the ears. So just becoming more of a student of the game. But again, he's 23 years old.
Yeah.
His ceiling is still yay high.
Yeah, no, there's no doubt. His ceiling is high. We'll see what the Timberwolves decide to do in the offseason. Now, the Thunder have to wait to see who wins in the Eastern Conference Final, and we're excited about Thursday nights. Game number 5 with the Pacers up 3-1. What are you thinking here, Jevohn? Do you think the Knicks force a Game 6, send it back to India?
I've said it over and over again. Yes, Knicks are going to force it. I'm still going to go with it. I think the Knicks are going to force a Game 7.
Okay. This one might go to 7. Indiana looking to advance the NBA Finals for the first time since the year 2000. Thanks, Jevohn.
Thank you.